Let's start. So for the week 3 of the Information and Communication Technology or the ICT computing courses, or we call it the Introduction to Computing, we need to discuss the peripheral devices. So what are the peripheral devices or the hardwares in a computer system or components? First, when we're talking about peripheral devices, it is connects to a computer now to expand computer's functionality. So this includes devices that enable the user to do input, yung pagpasok ng mga data, paglabas ng mga data, or we're talking about output, and stored and shared of data. So also called external devices, it can provide alternative input or output methods to additional data storage. You connect external devices to the system unit via cable or wireless connection. Some devices have their own power source, whereas other draws power from the system. Common example of external devices, we have the mouse, keyboards, okay, microphones, cameras, scanners, printers, and external drives. So let's start with the components of the input devices. So if you would be familiarity with the input devices, there are needs of user input such as direction and commands and user interaction with the program. Example of these are, we have the scanner. So scanner, from a hard copy or physical part of the image, it would be displayed. The soft copy, or we call it the digitized image through computer system. Same with the camera. Okay? Pinicturean kayo, napupunta yung sinat na picture doon sa memory ng camera. Okay? So input. Sa touchscreen, same also. It's like a keyboard. Okay? Keyboard is you are distributing some commands, okay, through the use of these keys na meron sa keyboard, and nagbibigay yan ng input kay computer system, especially with the mouse. Same with the webcam, and then we have the joystick, trackball, or we call it the traditional mouse, and the microphone system. So from your audio, okay, from your voice, okay, it would be transmitted here, kinukuha niya yan, input yan, and then stored into a electronic magnetic wave data that could process the computer and result it for the output devices. Okay, saan naman yung output devices nitong mga to? As long na input, it's order to execute user interaction and commands. Yan ang tatandaan nyo. So yan yung mga devices na yan. Then, we have the keyboard. Sa keyboard, are rectangular in shape, have 84, 101, or 104 keys. Okay? So meron niya yung mga tinatawag natin may numpad o yung mga wala. Then we have the ergonomic keyboard. Natural ergonomic keyboard usually split in the keyboard in half of each and comfortably use its own set of keys. Okay? So built-in arrests are common, and some ergonomic keyboards also have integrated pointing device such as trackball or touchpad. Yan yung all-in-one. Okay? May trackball na kasama. Okay? A mouse naman is a small object that runs across the flat surface. So it's more on controlling through electronic signals to the graphical user interface on the desktop. Yung trackball naman is the upside down ng mouse, mounted on the top of the case. So actually gumagamit nito mga servers, tapos yung mga dati na mga computer system, they're using trackball instead of mouse. Okay? Instead of the button and signals are sent to the computer by moving the ball with your thumb or fingers, or found instead by rolling the ball across a flat surface. So mouse, trackball has at least one button that is used to send electronic signals to the computer. So you could communicate easily in the graphical user interface of the computer system. So those are the purpose of the input devices. You are executing the commands. Then we have the touchpad. So a touchpad is a small, touch sensitive pad. Okay, sa nakikita to sa laptop. Okay, where you run finger across the surface to send electronic signals. Same like a mouse, yun nga lang, it's used by fingers. Okay, for you to track, for you to interact, for you to do button clicks. Okay, yan yung nasa laptop, yung trackpad. Okay, yung touchpad. Then we have the track point, is a pointing stick, most commonly used, found on laptops located in the center. So touchpad and track point are same. So they are like joystick button that respond to use force in all directions to move mouse pointer on the screen. Then we have the stylus. Stylus is a pen. It's most often used with tablets for drawing purposes. Okay? It may not have buttons that acts as mouse button. Some style are pressure sensitive, creating broader, darker line when used for drawing. So stylus are been using for graphical user interface input in the different types of tablets. Okay. Then we have the joystick. Joystick is a pivoting stick or lever attached to a base that is used to control movement on a device. Ito yung na-touch to. For example, naglalaro kayo ng mga PS4 games, pwede kayong gumamit ng mga joystick. Microphone, ito yung parang mga controller, no, yung sa joystick. Microphone records any type of sound and convert it to electronic or digital format. Okay? So the microphone connects to a device through a mic jack. Also some connection with USB connection. Okay? Yung mga laptop, may mga built-in na microphone yan. It could manipulate the sounds and edit and surface it and deliver it to the output devices. So we also have the scanner. A scanner used to take photo, identical copy scan from a physical part, no? Physical hard copy of any kind of documents. Ini-scan yan, kinukuha. So such as piece of paper or photo and create a digital format copy of the document. So scanner is similar to a photocopy machine or copier, but with a much smaller footprint. So actually mga scanner natin, dati separated itong binibenta, pero ngayon nasa 3-in-1 na mga printers na. Then we also have the web camera, yung mga uso ngayon, no? So it is used to send periodic images or continuous frames to a website for display or even a communication type of application. Okay, so those are webcams. So majority of them are giving inputs, are gathering inputs to the user. Humihingi ng inputs. So commands and execution. So web camera, scanner, microphone, joystick, touchpad, track point, stylus, keyboard. We have the ergonomic keyboard, which is a combination of trackball and ergonomic keyboard, mouse and trackball. Okay, so those are the input devices. Now let's move on to the output devices. So output device enable the user to get information and data out of the computer. Okay, yung input na nanggaling, process ni processor, i-output ng mga devices na to para makita, marinig, or mahawakan. So typically, examples includes printers, okay, speakers, yung sounds, nagpro-produce ng sounds, and display, or even the monitor screen that giving an output display. Okay? So we have the printer. Familiar naman kayo sa printer. So a printer is a device that produces text and images from electronic content onto physical media such as paper, photo, and labels.
Ay no, 21 lang kami. Nakalimutan ko. Master infographic.
Such as paper, photo paper, and label. So a printer is one of the most popular peripheral device in use in most computing environment. Okay? So printer employs a range of technologies. So actually, ang dami na ng printer ngayon. Unang-una, ang printer ay naging 3-in-1 na, and so on and so forth. Naging wireless, okay? May network, may USB type, and then may setup ng computer setups na. O tinatawag natin with artificial intelligence application na. Okay? May wireless na rin. So habang tumatagal ang panahon, these output devices have been upgraded. into different types of variety na pwede niyang gawin. Speakers can be attached to the device to play audio out loud without the need for headphones. So speakers are connected to the line, output, or jack on the sound card. So some speaker set are permanently connected to each other. Like yung mga nasa laptop, permanent yun. Okay? Other speaker sets are connected by the user to each other or to a subwoofer. A cable runs from the one speaker to the line out port, connect both speakers to the computer. May mga line in, line out tayo dyan. Actually, may mga Bluetooth speaker na rin tayo or yung mga wireless speakers. So it produces sounds, meaning once it produces, it's an output devices. Okay? Then, for the storage devices, sorry, this would be technical error, no? These are storage devices. So some devices provide both input and output functionality. This include devices such as PAX devices, external storage devices, and touchscreen devices. Okay? What I mean is it can store also. At the same time, there would be a result of input and output. Same with the flash drive. It would store data. At the same time, it would input for a data. Okay? Yung lalagyan nyo siya ng data. Then, pwede nyo kuwaan ng data. Output device naman yun. Yun nga lang, we have also the storage, no? Nag-i-store din siya ng data. Same with the micro SD or yung mga SD card, no? Na ginagamit sa mga cellphone for memory. Then we have yung mga tinatawag nating touchscreen devices. Okay? So we have the flash drive, the external hard disk, the memory card. So we call it the input-output devices, no? So flash drive, or we call it the thumb drive, which is connected into a particular USB port. Hindi siya USB, ang USB is a port. Universal Serial Bus is a port. Okay? Okay, so external hard disk is a hard drive which is called a magnetic disk. So it can store mass storage or mass data. Okay, it connect through a computer via USB or firewire. So some external hard drive, some encased in enclosure, and the other use an internal hard drive placed in the docking unit. Okay, so yung mga nakakabit sa SATA. Then we have the memory card. So a memory card used in your music player, camera, or smartphone can be connected to your computer to read as well as transfer images and data from portable device to your computer. You can also write the memory card while it's in your computer and then access the images or data on your music player, camera, or the smartphone. So in short, memory card is a short-time mass storage. Okay. Then, we have the PAX devices. So PAX device functionality might be built into card inserted in an expansion slot in your computer case. Or it might be built to printer. So printers with PAX capabilities are referred as multi-function devices, or we call it the MFD. So PAX device are connected into a telephone. Okay? Telephone line that which can be sent at the same time it produce output input at the same time stored datas. Okay? So that's it for today. But before we ended and recall about the input-output and the input-output devices, combination of input-output devices, input and output devices, I would like you to watch this video for you to further understand the input and output devices.
Sa iba't ibang pain, switch to the best medical.
Input devices. Input devices are devices that provide information and data to the computer. For instance, in the human body, information enters the brain through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. In a computer, information enters through the input devices. Some common input devices are given below. Keyboard. A keyboard is one of the most commonly used input devices. It is used for typing letters and numbers along with some special characters. Mouse. A mouse is a pointing device that is used for pointing at objects on the monitor. It is also used for drawing images. The mouse can be moved on a smooth surface to control the movement of the pointer on the monitor. Scanner. A scanner is used to convert text or an image to its electronic representation, which can be viewed on the monitor. These scanned images can be used in different documents. A scanner is like a photocopier machine. Joystick. A joystick is an input device which helps in playing computer and video games. It has one or more buttons on it. Microphone. When you speak over a microphone, you can record your voice or other sounds into the computer. Light pen. A light pen is an input device which is similar to a mouse. It is used to draw any figure directly on the computer screen.
Welcome to Make It Easy Education. Input and output devices. Input devices. In human being, input is given to the brain through the 5 sense organs: eyes, nose, tongue, ears and skin. Similar to this, in a computer, input is given to the brain of the computer, CPU, through the input devices. To interact with the computer, we need input devices. An input device allows us to enter information to the computer. Keyboard is one of the most essential input device used to interact with the computer. Keystrokes on the keyboard is the most fundamental pieces of information sent to the CPU. Mouse is another essential input device used to interact with the computer. Mouse has 2 buttons, left and right, and a scroll wheel. Clicks with the mouse is the most fundamental piece of information sent to the CPU. A light pen is a light-sensitive computer input device. It is used to select text, draw pictures and interact with the computer screen or monitor. A joystick is an input device that is used for controlling the movement of the cursor in a computer. The cursor movement is controlled by maneuvering a lever on the joystick. Joystick is mostly used for gaming applications. A barcode reader, also called a price scanner, is an input device used to capture and read information contained in a barcode. A barcode reader works by directing a beam of light across the barcode and measuring the amount of light that is reflected back. A microphone is an input device used by computer users to input any sound into their computers. Optical mark reader reads pencil or pen marks made in predefined positions on paper forms. They are used to read questionnaires, multiple choice examination paper in the form of lines or shaded areas. Optical character reader is an input device that reads and converts typed, printed or handwritten characters into computer understandable form, so that the computer can manipulate it. Output devices. An output device is any device that receives data from a computer, usually for display to the user. Plotter is an output device used for printing vector graphics. Plotters use a pen, pencil or marker to draw multiple, continuous lines onto paper. A projector is an output device that projects an image or moving images onto a surface, such as walls or a projection screen. Headphone is an output device consisting of a pair of earphones joined by a band placed over the head, for listening to music or speech.
Question time. Match the following.
Okay, so that's the video for the input and output device. Now, I would like you to know what are the types of storage devices for a while.
CPU box is also known as system unit. Input devices and output devices are the peripherals attached to it. Computers cannot think and make decisions by their own. But computers have superseded man because of their storage capacity. We also store information in our brain. But we human beings tend to forget. Computers never forget once the information is stored. A computer has two types of memory: primary memory, secondary memory. Primary memory. Every computer comes with a certain amount of primary memory or main memory. This memory is limited, and information stored in this memory gets erased when you turn off the computer. This is internal memory that is constantly overwritten with new data and programs for quick access. It provides temporary storage of small-sized data. Primary memory is of two types: RAM, random access memory, and ROM, read-only memory. RAM, random access memory, is temporary memory of the computer. It provides space to program and data for execution. It is a unit like a blackboard on which teacher writes, explains, and removes. When the computer is turned off, the contents of this memory are washed out. ROM, read-only memory. Read-only memory is permanent memory of the computer. The computer manufacturers fix some important programs in ROM, and when we turn on the computer, these programs start to be executed. They check the components of the computer and then permit the computer to load the operating system program like Windows. Secondary memory. Only primary memory does not serve our purpose. We require to store a large amount of data permanently. For this purpose, secondary memory or storage devices are used. More and more storage devices can be used to store unlimited volume of data. Storage devices. Nowadays, high-capacity storage devices are available. A hard disk can store from 120 gigabytes or GB to 2 terabytes or TB or more. In this chapter, we will learn about the external memory or secondary memory, commonly known as storage devices. Storage devices provide a location where data can be stored when it is not being processed. A computer can read and input data from storage devices for further processing, and at the same time it can store processed information onto these devices again and again. Primary memory is small in size, but faster than secondary memory. When we work on our computer, the work is saved on primary memory. And when we give save command to save our file with a name, only then the file is saved on the secondary memory. Hard disk. It is a high-capacity storage device that is fixed inside the computer cabinet and contains all the software and data. The operating system remains on the hard disk only and gets loaded in computer's memory when you switch on the computer. It is an essential part of the computer. It is made up of multiple disks, which can store data on both the sides. Nowadays, 1 TB to 2 TB hard disks are commonly used in PCs. The hard disk acts as the main storage device. External hard disks are also available in the market to transfer bulk amount of data. Portable storage. Besides hard disk, except external hard disk or fixed disk, all the other storage devices are portable, in which you can carry data and programs anywhere. Portable hard disk. A portable hard disk can be connected to the USB port of the computer. It has similar large storage capacity as internal hard disk, but you can transport data using this portable hard disk. CD, compact disc. A compact disc is a portable storage device and commonly known as CD. It is an optical storage media. It is a thin circular disc with a reflection metal coating and measures 4.7 inches in diameter. A CD can store 650 MB to 900 MB of data. That is much more than floppy disks. CDs can hold any kind of data. It may be text, graphic, sound, image or video. The CD drive is used for reading or writing information from a CD. Nowadays, CD writer has become an essential component of a computer system. We can also erase and rewrite on a CD using a CD writer on a rewritable CD. Plug and play is a term used to describe the nature of a device which detects a hardware component in a system without the need for physical device configuration. DVD. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc. It is also called Digital Video Disc since initially it was used to store video files only. This is an optical storage device like CDs. DVD is similar to CD in shape and size, but has greater capacity to store a large amount of data. It is generally used to record movies with high quality of video and sound. It is also used to take backup of data stored in hard disks. DVD storage capacity varies from 4 GB to 17 GB. It needs a DVD drive to run. USB flash drive. It is popularly known as pen drive. It is a plug-and-play device used for copying and moving data from one computer to another. It has replaced floppy disks as it is very small, lightweight, and a rewritable device. It can be attached to any USB port and has the capacity of storage ranging from 2 GB to 32 GB or more of data. Flash drives are smaller, faster and more reliable than floppy disks. Cloud space. Cloud space is memory storage provided on internet. If you are using internet, you can create your account with any cloud space service provider like Amazon and Google and keep your data there. You can access this data from any computer in the world by using your cloud storage. Blu-ray disc. A Blu-ray disc is very similar to a DVD, but it has a big storage capacity. A Blu-ray disc can store up to 50 GB data, that is equal to 10 DVDs. To read/write on Blu-ray disc, special device is used known as Blu-ray drive.
Okay, so that's for today. We already done with the discussion for the week 3 of input and output devices. For the tutorial in Microsoft Word, we will be discussing it on next week. Okay, so I am very thankful for everyone for giving me a chance to teach on this day, Saturday, for having a problem in my internet connection. Okay, way back yesterday regarding with the thunderstorm biglaan kasi. So I would like to thank everyone for participating this event, and this topic is recorded and I will be posting it right now. Okay, so that's it for today, and I would like you to have your time right now. Thank you for having me in your time, at least for this 1 hour of discussion. Thank you so much, and God bless, class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I will
Thank you
stop the
so
sharing, so it
Salamat
will be
po.
already recorded. Okay?
Opo,